You ever feel like you're playing a game you've already won? There's something strange in the air this week. Not competition, but completion. The Super Mario Galaxy movie just crossed $832 million with a 657% return. Fight Club is back in theaters, somehow, grossing $100 million like it's 1999. The culture keeps reaching for things that already proved themselves, already delivered, already ended. We're not chasing stories anymore. We're replaying levels we memorized as children, collecting coins we already collected, beating bosses we already beat. The thrill isn't discovery, it's the muscle memory of mastery. And somewhere underneath, a quiet question. If we already know how this ends, why does it still feel so urgent to play? So here's what's interesting. That Super Mario Galaxy number, $832 million, it comes with a satisfaction score of only 67%. We're not showing up because it's great. We're showing up because we know exactly what it is. Fight Club is somehow back in theaters 27 years after it first came out, crossing $100 million like a victory lap for a generation that already memorized every line. The top game on Roblox right now is literally called Rivals. Not adventure, not exploration, just pure ranked competition against other people playing the same game you're playing. Noah Kahan's new album is titled The Last of the Bugs. Even our folk singers are using gaming language now, promising a final patch, a completed version. And A24 just dropped a trailer for The Backrooms, turning an internet creepypasta into cinema. We're not creating new nightmares. We're speedrunning the lore of nightmares we already conquered online. And here's why this matters. What's being expressed everywhere you look is mastery, the comfort of competence, the pleasure of knowing exactly what comes next, the satisfaction of execution over exploration. But underneath that, and this is the turn, so stay with me, underneath that is something we're not talking about. What's repressed is vulnerability, the terror of being a beginner again, of not knowing, of failing in public. Every replay is a refusal to start something new. Every sequel is a shield against the embarrassment of learning. We've become so afraid of the feeling of being bad at something that we've made an entire entertainment economy out of returning to things we're already good at loving. So what would integration look like? What would it mean to be publicly, genuinely bad at something again? To watch a film you don't understand? To read a book that makes you feel stupid? To play a game where you die on the first level and stay there anyway? The integrated self doesn't need mastery to feel whole. It can tolerate the shame of the learning curve. A culture that integrates this wouldn't stop making sequels. It would just stop needing them to feel safe. There's a thinker who helps make sense of this. The psychoanalyst D.W. Winnicott spent his career thinking about the difference between playing and games. For Winnicott, true play is formless. It happens in what he called potential space, that threshold between self and world where anything might emerge, precisely because nothing is predetermined. But games are different. Games have rules, outcomes, win states. They're safer than play exactly because they're bounded. Winnicott warned that when adults lose access to formless play, when we can only engage with reality through structured games with known outcomes, we aren't actually playing at all. We're performing competence to avoid the terror of genuine encounter. The child who can only play games they've already won isn't playing. They're defending against the unbearable uncertainty of not knowing who they are yet. And when the culture returns obsessively to franchises with known endings, to reboots of things we've already digested, we're doing something similar. We're using the structure of entertainment to avoid the formlessness of genuine experience. The Super Mario Galaxy movie isn't play. It's a level we've already cleared. Run again for the dopamine of completion without the risk of failure. There's a film that shows us another way. Groundhog Day, 1993, directed by Harold Ramis. You probably remember how it ends. Phil Connors escapes the loop, gets the girl, becomes a better man. But the structural turn, the moment that actually matters, comes earlier. It's the morning Phil sits down at a piano for his first lesson, and he plays badly, terribly. He's a weatherman in his 40s, learning scales like a child, and the film holds on his face. The humiliation, the boredom, the smallness of being a beginner. Here's the thing, he could skip the lesson. He has infinite time and no consequences. He could master the piano through sheer repetition, which he eventually does. But the scene that matters is this first one, where he chooses to be bad at something. Every replay after that is different. Not avoidance anymore. Investment. He's not running the same level. He's learning what it means to grow when there's no external reward for growth. The film ends when Phil can tolerate being present in a day he doesn't control. The culture is still stuck in the loop, running familiar levels, racking up scores. We haven't sat down at the piano yet. Stay curious, read widely, make something real. This has been the Zeitgeist Whisperer.